Good evening, everyone. Just wanted to spend 15 minutes or so running through some top high-level information about this new moon in Leo, and to provide a couple of tips and tricks, things you can think about, and some ritual advice to leverage this energy tonight. So before we get started, I know you guys are checking out my really cool shirt, but it's super cute. It says Soul of a Witch and Heart of a Mermaid. And I think that's super reflective of the energy of this new moon in Leo tonight. So we're definitely going to be doing rituals tonight, getting a little witchy. New moon energy is the time when the witches were definitely out, because it's pitch black. That's the darkness. That's when they can really get out and do their thing. And then, of course, we have that water energy just coming from the moon. So Heart of a Mermaid is pretty appropriate as well. So if you're interested in more detailed information on what's going on with the new moon in Leo, check out the Astrology Updates Part 2 video that I posted on IGTV over the weekend. Part 2, at the end of the video, contains a little bit more detail about what's going on with the new moon in Leo and some of the energy you may be feeling right now. But today, I want to focus on how you can maximize the positive aspects of this new moon rather than everything that's going on. So let's go ahead and get started. You guys know me. I got my notes. So the new moon in Leo is at 26 degrees this evening. It's going to reach 0% at 10:42 p.m. Eastern time. So go ahead and calculate what that is for you and in your time zone. But the theme of this new moon, in my opinion, is abundance after the storm. Blessings on blessings on blessings coming as a result of some of the lessons that we learned coming out of Cancer season. So you can expect to really be working with manifestation energy, because this is really a time to count your blessings. When it comes to new moons, right? What happens with a new moon, why you don't ever see it when it's outside, is because a new moon takes place when the moon and the sun are in the exact same degree of the zodiac at the exact same time. So pitch black is what you're going to get. This really ushers in the power that we can associate with like law of attraction energy, specifically related to like intentions and desires. So that's why I wanted to give you a little bit of ritual advice on how you can set your intentions and make some wishes on this blessing rainbow energy that's coming through for the new moon in Leo. So let's get started. What I wanted to start off with was sharing really like the top 5 things or actions you can take during the new moon in Leo. So when you're thinking about these top 5 actions, this may be where you want to start your intention setting for tonight. So number 1, show off. It's new moon in Leo, people. Come on. You got to be a little flashy. You got to get into your peacock spirit. Again, check out that last video. The more we praise and celebrate our lives, the more we have to praise and celebrate. That's a quote by Oprah. And it's very much so indicative of that law of attraction energy. So when you're showing off, you are kind of standing in that energy of, you know, this is who I am, this is what I reflect. And the more you stand in that, the more that energy comes to you. So show off, guys. And think about some intentions you can set, or some wishes you may want fulfilled, that kind of lean into that showing off energy. The second action you can take during the new moon in Leo is to get a little flirty. All right. So Leo has super confident energy. And with that, you know, you might be feeling like you can bring sexy back. So this is a good time to really have some fun. Like, don't get too serious with the flirting. Just have some fun in the name of romance, and put some intentions on getting into your kind of like sacral chakra energy with this new moon. The third action you can take is to get super creative. Leo is ushering in a lot of creativity energy, and creativity and manifestation really go hand in hand. So when I'm talking about creativity, that could be art, cooking, singing, making crafts. drawing up plans for a trip you want to take in the near future. Even if it's sorting out and getting creative with a business plan that you want to come up with. Just get creative with how you are managing those things, because getting those creative juices flowing is going to be very critical to how you take on any new aspects or new project energy that comes up during this new moon. Because honestly, coming out of Cancer season, we've been taking ourselves really seriously here for the last month or so. We've been doing a lot of healing, so it's okay for us to lean into that sun happiness energy and lighten up a bit, have a little fun. A lot of the advice in this top 5 is going to anchor back into having a little bit of fun, guys. The fourth action that you can take during this new moon energy is to really love on yourself. And when I am giving you the advice to love on yourself, what I want you to do is really remind yourself of why you are so freaking awesome. There is a lot of energy tied into the conversation around Leo that kind of steeps itself in arrogance and ego, but really, if you look at that from a healthy perspective, it's more like self-love. So love on yourself, take a step back, reflect on all the things that you have accomplished this past month, this past season, this past year, and nurture your confidence around those things. That is going to naturally drive a lot more leadership opportunities into your sphere. So love on yourself as much as you possibly can tonight and over the next 3 days. And the last bit of advice I want to give you, now that you have acknowledged why you're so great, is to spoil yourself, because you are so great. You deserve to be spoiled. Really, the long story short here is that, guys, anybody that's been out here doing this work, anybody who's been healing and putting their feet to the pavement to make change in their lives and allow the other people around them to change, you guys are the shit and you deserve to treat yourself. So, they don't give out awards for, minimizing yourself. So don't be afraid to spoil yourself, because in spoiling yourself, you are putting into the universe that you deserve abundance. You deserve gifts. You deserve all these things that you probably are wanting to pour back into you anyway. So if the universe sees you treating yourself with that energy, then the universe can do the same in turn. So those are the top 5 actions that I am suggesting you take with this new moon in Leo energy. But as it relates to the new moon ritual, again, I want you to anchor yourself in the law of attraction, right? So the law of attraction is all about the ability to attract into our lives whatever we are focused on. It's really steeped in the fact that our focus and our thoughts create our reality. So positive thoughts, positive speech, in turn creates a positive manifestation of the world around you. So when you are thinking about the information and the steps and the guidance that I'm going to give you here moving forward, always be moving from a place of positivity. We're going to be focusing on the things that we want, the things that we want to come into our space, not so much the things that we don't want. That is not going to be conducive to manifesting any energy. So really make sure that you are putting your intentions into positive energy and hoping that that positive energy reciprocates itself back to you. So this is going to be what I'm calling the let's get creative ritual. So the first thing I want you to do is anchor yourself in gratitude. And the number 5 is going to keep coming up here. So I want you to think of, or list actually, the top 5 things, people, situations that made you extremely happy or grateful this last month. Top 5 things, people, situations that made you happy or grateful this past month. Write those down. And really sit and anchor yourself in how you felt in those moments when you experienced those situations, when you were around those people, when you were participating in those activities, and just put yourself back into that feeling of gratitude. The second thing that I want you to do is set your intentions, or A better way, like I said, we're in this kind of rainbow after the storm energy. So making wishes, using that luck to make some wishes come true for yourself. So I want you to write down the top 5 wishes or intentions that you want to manifest this month. You could use the 5 tips that I gave you before to kind of create those wishes or intentions. What is a wish or intention you can set around spoiling yourself, around loving yourself, around being creative, around any of the topics that were addressed a little bit earlier. Now, here's how we're going to get creative. Now that you've written down those top 5 wishes or intentions, I want you to get another piece of paper and I want you to draw those top 5 wishes or intentions that you just wrote down. You don't have to be, an excellent artiste, but it's all about the energy you put into this. So if you want to use colored pencils, if you want to use markers, if you have the skills to pay the bills and you have some acrylic paint or something like that, paint it out. Get as creative and put as much energy into these drawings or doodles as you can, because that energy then will be reciprocated back into you. The next thing I want you to do after you finish drawing out your intentions is to sing out your intentions. Take that list of 5 wishes or intentions and just sing them out loud. And while you're singing them, if you feel so inclined, maybe do a little dance. And really, it's all about the energy that you're putting into it, because you don't only want to feel grateful and feel happy and feel this energy around setting these wishes or intentions. You want to visualize it. You want to make sure that your body is experiencing it, because that is what creates the law of attraction energy that you are trying to lean into. The last thing I want you to do is to visualize your future self as if each wish or intention has already come true. And by visualize, I want you to use your imagination to really see yourself in the place you would be if these wishes or intentions were already happening. They have already come into your energy field. And really anchor yourself in how you feel in those moments, in those imagination moments, right? See it in your mind, feel it in your body, and then I want you to affirm it. So you're going to have 5 wishes or intentions that you've written down, 5 wishes or intentions that you've drawn out, 5 wishes or intentions that you have sung and danced to. And now you visualize these intentions. So it's time to affirm that these things are happening for you. And I just want to clarify, these do not have to be 5 separate intentions for each activity. If that's how you feel, run with it. But these can be the same 5 intentions or wishes across the board. Affirm that. So for example, if I want to wish for a new house, right? My affirmation following that visualization exercise would be something like, I love the space in my new living room. And really visualizing and feeling that affirmation in my body. So once you have done all of those exercises, it's going to be time for you to focus on kind of centering yourself, peace, and releasing any attachments you have to the outcomes for those wishes and intentions. Because if you have attachments to the outcome, that means you don't trust that the universe is going to make it happen for you. So after you've done all those exercises, I want you to do a 5-minute meditation to center yourself in gratitude for those wishes coming true. You know they've already happened. You've already seen it. You've already felt it. So 5 minutes, meditate on how grateful you are for being in that new space in your life. And then when it comes to releasing the attachment to those outcomes, I want you to close your meditation with one of the following phrases. For the good of all or not at all. The second option is, I surrender to the divine. The third option is, this or something better now manifests for me under grace in perfect ways. These closing phrases are really going to solidify that you are trusting in the universe and the divine source energy to either give you the outcome that you have seen for yourself, or that you've wished for yourself, or that you've placed your intention towards, or the outcome that is for your highest good, and trusting and believing and being grateful that that's exactly what you're going to need. You can take this release process a step further if you would like. This is super optional, by burning the list in a candle that you should have already had lit. Up front at the top of the ritual, I would just say make sure you have some one of each of the elements present: water, earth. You can do something with crystals, air, light an incense, maybe get a feather, and fire. So making sure you have a candle burning and bright around you. So if you do choose to take your release ritual a little bit further, you can go ahead and do that by, like I said, burning the list that you wrote earlier in that candle. You will have so many other ways that you have captured those intentions and wishes through the drawings, through the song that should stay in your heart. It's okay if you want to burn it. You should still have something that you can go back to and reference. Or again, completely optional. You don't have to burn the intention list if you don't want to. You may want to go back and reference it at a later date to see what progress you've made since this new moon in Leo. So again, I wanted to keep today super short because we're in such great energy that I really just want you to take advantage of the energy as you see fit. And hopefully this ritual advice actually provides some benefit to you all. Before we go, I can't just leave you guys without a card to give you a little bit of advice from the divine themselves. So I'm going to pull one card from the Moonology deck. And the Moonology deck, first of all, if you've never seen this deck before, this is what the case looks like. And this deck is by Yasmin Bolin. Yasmin Bolin also wrote a Moonology book to support this deck and provide more information on the moon phases and how you can work with the moon's energy. And a lot of the information that I'm going to be sharing with you guys moving forward, and a lot of the information I shared with you today came from that book. So definitely grab that if you want to learn more about how you can leverage the moon's energy in its different phases through the different zodiac signs. The book is amazing. So again, we are here to ask for a little further clarification on the new moon in Leo and just how we can make these manifestations stick for us for the next 6 months or so. How do we bring these manifestations to life? What should we commit ourselves to? There's the question. What should we commit ourselves to doing that will allow the universe to usher these blessings into our energy field? So, again, just a little bit of information on the commitment energy that we can lean into for this new moon in Leo. All right. Any further commitment energy you want to step forward for the new moon in Leo? Anything additional related to the new moon in Leo that can help us make some commitments so that we can move this energy forward? So we got 4 cards, so I am going to take that. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. So let's talk about all this energy that just came out. The first card that came out is the full moon in Cancer. And this card says a personal issue reaches resolution. So again, like I said, we've been doing all that healing work, emotional healing. And I think for a lot of us, we have moved past that water energy where a lot of the issues and things that have been bogging us down, they're no longer in our energy field. So expect a personal issue to reach resolve here with this new moon in Leo energy. And if this has already happened for you, congratulations. But for those of you who may find yourself in some conflict related to a personal issue, just take this as confirmation that this energy is coming to a close really soon. And the energy is coming to a close because of this new moon in Gemini energy, communication being key. You may have had to have some conversations with people recently. You may have had some conversations with your boss, conversations with social groups, conversations with family. But those conversations have actually led to ushering in new energy that allows you to be your authentic self and allows them to be their authentic self in a way that has brought resolve to those relationships. So that personal issue that is coming to resolution seems like it's steeped in some relationship energy, not just any old personal matter, but a personal matter related to a relationship with a friend, family, coworker, etc. So the next energy that came out is the new moon eclipse energy. New moon energy is all about manifestation, but when you throw an eclipse in the mix, it's like manifestation energy times a million. So expect powerful change because of that communication, because you weren't afraid to speak your truth. Things are changing, things are shifting, and they're shifting in your benefit. So that's really, really awesome and exciting. And the last card that came out, believe it or not, guys, the new moon in Leo card. Confidence is key to success. All those elements and all those action items that I gave you before, those top 5 action items, are all steeped in you gaining your confidence, building yourself up, believing in yourself, loving on yourself, spoiling yourself in anticipation for the success that's around the corner for you. So I say all of that to say, guys, this energy is super exciting. Anything that you've been hesitating on taking some steps forward on, go ahead and get after it tonight or over the next 3 days. You guys know you can harness moon energy for 3 days before and 3 days after the moon reaches the percentage it's supposed to get to, in this case, 0. So again, the new moon in Leo is at 26 degrees. I would highly suggest you look in your natal chart to see what house Leo at 26 degrees falls in, so you can further anchor yourself in where you might have the most luck with setting these intentions and setting these wishes to manifest your reality into being as amazing as we all know it can be. So again, you guys are wonderful. You guys are amazing. You guys have been doing the work, and you deserve all the blessings that are coming your way. All you got to do is ask now. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. And if you have any questions or comments, comment below this video, or don't be afraid to DM me for any clarification. Talk with you later.